One of the significant ways that we minister to people is actually through our staff ministry, particularly in our summer staff. This year that was a little bit different as we had a very limited number of staff here since we had fewer events. But the power of investing in young lives for extended period of time over the summer is a great blessing. I'm a product of growing up through the Montrose Bible Conference, and though I traditionally came in under our camping ministries, I would keep coming a few more weeks and a few more weeks until here I am 42 years later still working at the conference. Well, we've asked one of our staff members, Ian Bull, who's been a part of our staff the last couple of years, to share a little bit about the benefit of working at the Montrose Bible Conference and how that helps young people to grow and develop in their spiritual life.
Hi, so my name is Ian Bull, and I've been working at the Montrose Bible Conference for the past 2 summers, plus some various retreats in between. I've been going to camps my whole life, and I thought they were super awesome. So when I got involved with the Bible Conference, it was no exception. The camp experience there was amazing. When I was 14 years old, my sister Abigail started working at the Bible Conference. She came home telling me these wonderful stories about how awesome camp was and how all the staff members were super nice. She was telling me all these great stories about the things they did together and how even hard work was really fun. She kept telling me that I would get along great with the other staff members and how I should come work the following summer. I was initially skeptical at first because I was involved with another camp and I really didn't think I would like it anywhere else, especially because I had just started making good friends at the other camp. However, after a while, she convinced me to sign up. Another factor that motivated me to go was that Joe, who is one of my greatest grown-up friends, was going to be there, so that was super encouraging. I signed up for a total of 4 weeks. 3 of them I'd be working on staff, and the other one I would attend as a camper. When the time came, I packed up my bags and headed up with my sister. Once we arrived, I started meeting everyone. I instantly knew it was going to be some of the best weeks of my life. All the staff members were super nice, helpful, exciting, and most importantly, they were very encouraging. We used to, and still do, constantly talk about the Bible, going over certain passages, whether in our free time, after a message, or during devos. During my time at Montrose, my personal spiritual walk was greatly affected in a good way. I found myself reading the Bible and praying much, much more. This, I believe, was a direct result of the good company of the fellow staff members. Camp has taught me so much these past 2 years. It taught me how to work hard, how to take care of campers, learn from my mistakes, and one of the most important things it taught me how to do was live with other people than my family. The conference is one of the single greatest places I have ever been to, and I look forward each time I get to go up. This past spring, when COVID-19 started to shut things down, I began to wonder if I was even going to be able to go up. During the first several weeks, no part-time staff members were allowed to stay overnight. This was super discouraging for me, but I understood because of the rules and regulations of COVID-19. I began to worry more and more that I wasn't going to be able to go up at all during that summer, but many of the staff members were super encouraging, and soon enough, when things began to open up, they let me come up again. Seeing as it was a rough time for everyone, I was super encouraged to see that they were still able to let me come and enjoy the last 6 weeks of my summer at camp. I'm super grateful to Montrose and the other staff members for everything that they have done for me. Thanks.
So Ian represents our part-time and summer staff, and we are so thankful for the opportunity to have young people, young adults participate in that way. It has been sad this year as they've taken the brunt of the hit of being in a slower mode where we haven't used part-time staff in a very limited capacity. And I'm looking forward so much to the day when we can get them back and be using them on a regular basis, because it is a great opportunity for ministry as they serve the Lord and faithfully serve here. It also reminds me of God's provision. Throughout this time, you may be wondering, well, how have we fared? And again, we are doing far better than we should be because God is so gracious to us. Back in early April, we were looking at the real possibility of doing layoffs, cutbacks, and salary reductions to our full-time staff. And God provided through the PPP loan, which you've probably heard talked about. And that can be an item for you to pray about. We're looking at soon putting in our application for forgiveness, and we believe that either all or most of that will be forgiven. And we're so thankful for that was another provision. We've been able to keep our full-time staff on as a result of that when we had no income flowing to the conference. Well, we do thank you for the ways that you come alongside of us and support us. And one way to do that is through planned giving and looking ahead to the future on how you can be the best steward of what God has entrusted you to. It was over 15 years ago I realized that we needed some help in this area, and we formed a ministry partnership with an organization out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania called Ambassador Advisors. They're a financial planning and wealth management firm, Christian-based, and they bring a wealth of experience and opportunity. And we're going to share a video with you from them that reminds us about the significance that we can make if we do careful planning of what God has given us.
Grandpa, why is it our job to fix the leaky roof?
Not a job, Charlie. Just a great opportunity to serve a place that means a lot to me. Looks real nice, Charlie.
John,
Mm-hmm.
you've really positioned yourself well to make a lasting impact. So the question is, who do you want to direct these funds to after you're gone?
You obviously meant a lot to your grandfather, and he wanted to bless you with this inheritance. Don't hesitate to call if you have any questions. Thank you.
In loving memory of John Shelley for his generous contribution.
So all of us can leave a lasting legacy. And we do that with the help of those who are wise planners, like the folks at Ambassador Advisors. Just a couple of days ago this week, we had some seminars here that talked about some of those ways. And even in this current year, there are some new provisions that may help you be a wise giver of that which God has entrusted you. For example, if you're at retired age and you have a retirement plan that you have to take a required minimal distribution, it might be in your best interest to use that to gift out of. It might save you tax money. And that's the kind of resource that Ambassador Advisors brings. You can check them out online at ambassadoradvisors.com, and also contact us about ways that we can help you as you think about being wise stewards of that which God has entrusted you. So check that out. Give us a call. We'd like to help you to be wise stewards in order that we can further the kingdom of God.